about. Great. So dials 1219. So Rob moves up from 41 to 25. Harvey slots in at 33. And Lee Childs with Charles Play down there. And going alongside Richard Granger. Both safety qualified, to be fair. Lee is currently number 6, Richard number 14. The all-important dial-ins, 988 and 1098. As they are now. Forward. Well, I've got to say, there's not many race meetings. We actually start just after 5 o'clock with qualifying, but that's the way it's been today. Next class will be Supercharged Outlaws after Nostalgia Superstock. Stay put. Lee at 6, Richard at 14. Your next. Rolling forward, Paul Smale looking for a 1018 with Thirsty Work Chevelle, and it's Paul Singer with the Done and Dusted Plymouth Duster. He's looking for 1237. They're currently 18 and 20 on the qualified order from Q1. Goes 1249, no help for him, he stays put. It's Goodale, Andrew currently number 34, Chris nicely in at number 3. And the Darlings, Andrew 1440, Chris 993. Bit of a false start there for Chris, so his number ain't going to match what he wanted. Yeah, that's 16, and 28, and actually moves up 2 spots to number 32. With Barry the Barracuda dialing in 985, going alongside Stuart Floyd. He's looking for 1280. They're both nicely qualified at the moment. Stuart is currently number 16, Jack number 19. Drops a spot through Jack's improvement. James Ellis with a Chevelle for 1124. Alongside Dave Billadoo with a Challenger. He's safe at number 10. Dials 993. below 9 off the line for Dave. He will get to the top end first again, below 993. Breaker, a bit too quick. In fact, they're both too quick, so they stay put. 11.15 on 11.24 is a breakout, so they stay 10.28. Right, next up, Chris Shell. Now we thought, well, Chris didn't appear in qualifying yesterday, but he's down to put a run in here, so that'll take it up to number 45. Going alongside Alan Matthews with the Mustang for an 11.10. So Chris should get there first. 10.23 dialing. Drops a spot purely because of Chris just slotting all up there. Jake Cawthorne with the flag jumper and Nick Martin with the downtown duster. They're 23rd.
Number one qualifier.
Well, these two pitted together in the pit area. Let's see how the two Pontiacs get on then. 11.28, 11.77. Gary stays 24. Rick obviously stays number 1. Andy Robinson up next, looking for 9.95. Going alongside Andy Bossenworth. He's looking for 10.46. It's the two coronets for this one. .96. Andy Robinson goes up to number 3 with that one. A great run. 54 and a 46 for Andy Bosworth. He doesn't move. Andy Robinson up to number 3. Right, the all points leader in Nostalgia Superstock in the Lifestyle Championship. That's Jim Smith down there. Going alongside Neil Francis with the Rust Bucket, the Plymouth Savoy. So as Jim Smith gets ready to put his run in, a big shout out to his good buddy in the States, Rod Norton. I wonder if he's tuned in. If he is, oh, good afternoon from Santa Claus. So Jim looking for a 10.25. He's currently number 41. He'd like to move up from there. He does, up to number 27. Neil Francis goes up from number 40 to number 15. A 10.80 on the in the Kestrel lane. Right, so Billy looking for that 984. I think he goes for 996. He's going to stay number 10. Bob goes 1401. Goes from 34 to 31. Warren Watts has just been in touch. I'm more than happy to do that one. A big shout out to Pete Dodd. I spoke to Pete this morning. Poor chap. Currently watching the live stream, hopefully from his hospital bed. Not very well at all. Pete, look, I know we had a long chat on the phone this morning, but really do wish you all the best. And as Warren says, as if the family hasn't gone through enough, and for Pete to end up in hospital, just thoughts with you, buddy. And I will speak to you soon. And thanks, Warren. I hope you're keeping well as too. Right, Pete Christmas, Ty Strevitt, your next pair. 10-14, 11-20, the Darlings. They're 42 and 44. They need to keep the right side of their Darlings to move on up. 10-48, Pete goes to 23. Ty moves up to 32 with a 44 on his 20. Right, they're coming through thick and fast then. Dan Sanderson and Stuart Arthur. Dan Sanderson, currently number 19, looking for a 13.92. Stuart Arthur wants a 12.28. Still plenty of stockers in the lanes. Got 45 that have put numbers on the board so far. So Stuart's going to get there first. 12.28 is the target to move up to number 41. Goes 12.39, goes up to 26. Dan Sanderson goes 13.98, doesn't move from number 19. Nostalgia Eliminator, can we have you into the pairing lanes, please? Nostalgia Eliminator, can we have you into the lanes, please? Don Scott, Dave Tildesley. Well, to say these two are well qualified is an understatement. Don is number 5, Dave is number 6. Don looking for a 9.78. Dave wants 11.70. $9.84 for Don. He's going to stay number 5 and 11.79 on the 70. Dave stays number 6. Next up, John Wilson and Mick Ellsworth. They're 44 and 38 at the moment. As I say, we need 5 more cars to make it a 64 car ladder. I don't know who's left in the lanes that hasn't run yet. So they need to be inside the top 32. These two aren't at the moment. So John will get there first, and his target is basically to get the right side of 11.48, but close to it as well. Goes 57, he should be okay. Yeah, he goes up to number 25. Mick goes 14.63 on a 49, and he moves up to number 30, so they both get in. Right, next up, Gary Cork, Zane Llewellyn. Well, 41 and 43, these two. Certainly need to make a move here. 11.70 at 14.40, the Darlings. I think we're running out of cars as well. They need not to break out. That's the most important thing. Gary Cork goes 87. Zane 15.75. So Zane stays put. Gary Corey squeezes in at number 31. Oh, that's tight. Right, Kiwi, he's safe, number 9. Glyn Boardman, he's number 38. He needs to get close to that 10.08 without going under it to get in. Let's have a look, see who's on the outside looking in at the moment. Alan Matthews, Rob Cawthorne, but we haven't seen Paul Fleckney yet. Yeah, this could be very interesting because Jim Smith is number 32. Goodness me, the points leader is on the bump spot. Well, that wasn't the launch that Glyn was looking for, but that might help him. Indeed it has, yeah. Glyn's moved up to 23. Big breakout for Kiwi, goes 300s too quick. So it's actually knocked Jim Smith out at the moment. Wow. Right, next up, Dave Bailey, Duncan Watts. Duncan's not in the show, he's number 40. 9.96 is the target for Duncan. Dave Bailey safe at number 14. But there is still another round of qualifying to go, don't forget. Still another round of qualifying. So a big Watts shop wheelie. That's what I was trying to get to. 9.96 the target for Duncan. Gets a 10.06. He's going to move up from 40 to 27. How about Dave Bailey? Look at that. 12.10 with a 6 on a 12.10. David Bailey moves up to number 2. Great pass. Oh, Scalabolts. Down there, that's Phil Hobson going alongside Dave Simcock with the Challenger. Right, Phil's not in the show at the moment. Dahl's 12.28 with the Coronet. Dave Simcock, currently number 21. He's okay, looking for 10.28. So 2 seconds difference on their darlings. Who's going to be closer? Phil goes 12.35 and Phil Hobson goes into number 21, so that drops Dave down to 22. Right, Paul Fleckney, he's currently 38. He needs to get into the show. Needs to get 32nd or quicker. As I say, there is one more qualifying session for them. And this, I think, is the last car to run. So indeed we are 45 cars, so it will be a 32 car ladder unless we can mysteriously conjure up 5 more cars, but I know there's a couple of breakages in the pits, including, very unfortunately, Chris Tyhurst. Commiserations, mate. 10.50. Yep, Paul Fleckney moves up to number 26 with that one, so he gets in. So that's a wrap for this session. Number 1 is Rick Denny. Number 2 is Dave Bailey. 3 is Craig Elliott. 4, Andy Robinson. 5 now, Chris Goodale. Then Don Scott, Dave Tilsey, Lee Charles, Lola Cavey. The screen changed before I could give you the ones on the outside, but one more round of qualifying to go. Right, Supercharged Outlaws. Steve Clark behind the wheel of the good guys. Topolino put in a run of 8.70 yesterday, which is the one that was in class, so to speak. After Supercharged Outlaws, it will be a street eliminator tryouts, followed by Gasser Circus. So then, Steve Clark for the good guys. Let's see what he's got. Beautiful straight run to an 864 at 156. That'll do nicely. Well done, guys. Jim Tucker doing his bed out behind the tower, literally going alongside Paul Dale for this one. Got to say, huge commiserations to the El Loco team. Keith Freeman, broken bits within the engine camshaft, I believe. So unfortunately, they won't be able to play for the rest of the weekend. So commiserations, gang, and look forward to seeing you soon. So Paul Dale yesterday, a great 848. Still thinks a bit more in the car again. We all know that. Going alongside Jim Tucker. Went into the 8s yesterday, but when it became a run in the class, it was an 18 off the throttle and coasting at the stripe, but has already run in the 8s this weekend. Did run with your brung yesterday. Much better run for Jim Tucker in class. Paul Dale going well as well. 841 and 861. Nicely done, guys. Good consistency from Paul Dale as well. Let's have a nosy into lanes to see Mark Luton with the Chariots of Fire, and I can also see Dougie Hill down there. And I think they're the ones that are fired up. Well, actually, it looks like it's going to be Dougie on his own, unless suddenly appears from the lanes, but no, I believe it will be just Dougie. Well, Dougie had a great run yesterday, went 7:05 to be actually the quickest car on the premises. Fair to say that Dougie has got a handle on this slingshot. Mind you, give him anything and he'll drive the wheels off it. A phenomenal sub 6 second run. Actually, I think it's in the 5.8s in Martin Jones's Super Pro ET dragster. So let's see what Dougie's got for us then. He went into the 6s at Dragstalgia. He was 7.0 yesterday. See what he's got for us today then. Dougie Hill. Absolutely beautiful launch. Great looking run. Straight as you like. 7.03. 193 miles an hour. That boy can drive. Beautiful job. Great looking pass. 7:03, 193. Right, I think there's just one more car to run actually. And it will be the Chariots of Fire car with Mark Luton. Okay, so the car's running. Let's see you come around the corner. Well, Mark Luton certainly getting a handle of these burnouts. And you will note all of the teams are decked out in very, very special blue T-shirts this weekend. And we'll give them a very, very special moment, a special mention in a moment after Mark has done his run. So the Chariots of Fire Slingshot was normally piloted by Uncle Roy down there, Roy Wilding, but now the driving duties handed over to Mark. As he continues his journey in this car. Well, fair to say the whole team know this car inside out. So here we go then. Mark Luton. Certainly getting nicely used to that car there. 895, 122. Now, I wanted to mention the special T-shirts there. They're fighting motor neurone disease. And big respect to the whole team down there. Special mention. To Kevin, of course. Thoughts are with your very good lady wife. And they are there in their shirts, just raising awareness for motor neurone disease. And I'm sure if anybody's got any spare funds, all donations greatly received. It's Gasser Circus. First pair, Ray Turner and Nervous Nick. Ray Turner currently number 3, and Nervous Nick is currently number 14. The Darlings, 1091 and 1128. Breakout for Ray Turner, a little bit too quick. Nick moves up 4 spots to number 10. He runs 11.73. Nice job. Next up, Gary Nash with the Hanson Anglia. 11.15 dial in for him. Currently number 14 in qualifying, Steve Matthews with Honky Tonkin. Now, don't forget, this is a round of the Lifestyle Championship for Gasser Circus. Number 1 in the points, it's the High Roller Falcon of John Gibson. Jason Pickett currently number 2, and Green Onions number 3. Steve Matthews here with Honky Tonkin, he's number 4. So 9.57 is the dial, 9.69 is the run. Steve moves up to number 7, but Gary Nash moves up to number 4. 11.20 on 11.15. All right, Paul Domini up next, dialing in a 1090. Going alongside Brian Gibson. Sorry, 1040, not 1090. Just your eyesight, Colin. Going alongside Brian Gibson with the Identity Crisis dart. He dials 1217. Paul is currently number 11. Brian currently number 6. $12.27 on a 17 for Brian to stay 6, and Paul coasting across the line there. 14.5 on a 10.4. Fingers crossed he's okay. He went through under power, just nowhere near his ET. Right, number 1 in the points chase. It's John Gibson with the Falcon down there. He's number 9 in qualifying, and he dials 1085. One place ahead in qualifying though, that's Steph Milsom with the blunderbuss. And she dials 1190. Steph is number 5 in the points. That's doing all right. The blunderbuss didn't come forward, so John Gibson on his own looking for that 1085 gets a 1085 with a 7, but only moves up to number 3. Wow, super tight at the top. Right, Sean Milsom with Ain't Misbehaving, the Morris van. Sean dialing in a 1005. Good looking run. 10.15 goes right from 10 to 8. Adam Kaczynski with the not so mellow yellow. Adam currently number 13. He dials 1083. But we ain't going to let him go just yet. Otherwise, might be having a game of chicken with the tractor. So Adam's given the signal to move on forward to the beams. So the target number then, 1083. We already know that the top 3 have hit their darlings. $10.85. Adam moves to number 4. Nicely done, just 0.02 off. So Steph gets her opportunity then with the blunderbuss, dialing in 1190. Currently number 11. Stays number 11. All right, next up then, Jason Pickett with Cherry Bomb. Dial in for him, 1006. Going alongside the Stoner, that's Emily Taylor. Dial in for Emily is 1079. Jason currently number 14 on the qualified order. Emily didn't get a run in yesterday. And in the points, don't forget, Jason Pickett He's currently number 2. Wants to qualify well. Like to move up for number 14, that's for sure. Watch out for the big wheels up launch for Jason. Well, not as high as normal. All about the ET. 10.07 on a 10.06 darling. Jason Pickett goes to number 4. Right, your number 1 qualifier from yesterday's session, Keith Bartlett with Roaring Rat. Slight adjustment to the dialing. It's a 10.29 this time round. Alongside Bad Blood 2.0. Youngest. It's Grace Turbeville. Well, fabulous 04 light for Keith. Now then, let's have a look at the ET. You're looking for a 10.29. Coast 10.30. My goodness me, that car's working well. And the driver is doing a great job as well. Keith Bartlett stays number 1, obviously. 15.77 for the Bad Blood 2.0. Right, Billy Jones, he's number 2 qualifier. Billy Dahl's 10.20 for this one. He went 10.36 yesterday. But conditions a little bit more favourable today. Goes 10.37, just a 100th off of what he ran yesterday. Right, so that's a wrap for Gasser Circus. It's on to a Street Eliminator tryouts. Then, of course, we have Nostalgia Eliminator and Wild Bunch. And as I look into the parent lanes, also got a Nitro funny car down there as well. Yep, you didn't hear that wrong. Kevin Kent's West End Motorsport funny car is in the lanes. Right, first up then for Street Eliminator tryouts, it's Nigel Hale. He's a regular in the class at all, going alongside Arnie Pammond. Great run for him yesterday. Went into the 8.8, 10.38 in the actual class yesterday. But let's see what you can do today. So Arnie's starting to work with the Caltrax. So let's see what he's got for us today. 8.81, pretty much what he ran yesterday. 10.52 for Nigel Hale, but nice one, Arnie. Didn't get too greedy on that one with the setup, and the result was a nice 8.81. Right, Justin Woolner, number 2 qualifier at the moment, going alongside Joe Stevens, currently number 5. Both of these guys, to be fair, are having a bit of a head scratcher at the moment. Joe, the car should be going a bit better than what it is at the moment. Him and Ash working so hard on this. And Justin, well, he's looking for another quarter of a second without a shadow of a doubt. He went 8.4s yesterday. Wants to get into the 8.1s. Oh, and he's not going to get there with that run. That's a load of wheel spin off the line. $8.99 and a 9.55. It's getting there, Ash. It's getting there. Just small steps. Yeah. Right, Russ Pursley with the Dutton Phaeton, 8.89. Car is absolutely hauling. Tom Semper. Tom has been well into the 10s. We know there's plenty to come out of this lovely little... Oh, fingers crossed. Anyway, this lovely little Ford. 11.30 yesterday. But there is a very small fluid leak underneath. So unfortunately going to be pushed back. So it will be Russ on his own. A little bit of a pedal there for Russ just to settle the car down. He's back on the gas though. Be a low 9 instead of an 8. Oh, 9 flat. How about a low 9? That you can't get any lower than that. 9 with all the zeros. God, it's just something really bonkers about a Fiat 126 doing a rolling burnout, but that's the Skinners for you. This is Mark Skinner. Went 10.44 yesterday in class, but in Run What You Brung was in the 9s. So you got LS power in this car. So Mark Skinner then, what's he got for us today? Is he going to get into the 9s or will it be another 10? Good looking straight run. It's a 10.18 at 135. Right, next up then, Adam Skinner with the Rat. Toyota MR2 turbo power. Went 10.69 in Street Eliminator tryouts qualifying run yesterday. Again, this is another quick little car. And believe it or not, that's one of his straighter launches. That's looking good. 10.35 is quickest in the class. Moves him up from number 10 to number 9. And if 2 Fiat 126s wasn't enough, I've got a third one for you. Chris Skinner with the small block V8 powered one. I think Chris forgot he had the button in his hand then. Oh, I'm not sure what the issue was there for Chris. All right, so it's going to be Darren Scannell. Darren yesterday 10.07 in class, but as we know, can run this car comfortably into the 9s. Cheeky little wheelie off the line. And comfortably in the lines on this one. 9.71 at 143. Very nice indeed. Right, next up, Paul Bentley. So Paul with this Mustang was here last weekend for the Mustang Nationals and got it into the very low 10s. He should be in the 9s here. And he'll be extremely happy if he is, that's for sure. Oh, so close. 10.15 at 133. That's coming on very nicely indeed there for Paul when he moves up to number 8. Jamie Lancaster with the Golf. Well, Jamie, fair to say, not the run he was looking for yesterday. 24 seconds. We know he can go quicker, and I think he's about to prove it. Loads of wheel spin off the lines you expect from a front-wheel drive car. Much better number. 12.84, halved it from yesterday. 115 miles an hour at the stripe. Right, next up, Tony Higgs with the Triggers Brung Capri. Going to be going alongside Tom Semper. So Tony yesterday was the quickest with a 7.76. The certifiable nutter, as we love to call him. And as I say, young Tom Semper. Love to see a good, strong 10-second pass here, but whatever is happening there, it's not working out. Did the burnout, but that's all she wrote. Well, they got another go. Oh, a little bit of fluid out the front as well. So, Tony Higgs on his own with the Capri. Oh, just getting a little bit greedy on the boost there. The tyres complaining. Still goes 810. Look at the speed, 189.7 miles an hour. So, Tony Higgs obviously stays number one. Twin parachutes blossom in the shutdown area as Tony turns the corner. So Tom's going to be pushed out of the way as we move on to a Nostalgia Eliminator. Still got the Wild Bunch to come, and of course the Fuel Funny Car that's in the lanes, and a session of Run What You Brung. So Cliff Turner then with the Dodge Dart. Dials 875. Well, I saw this car around 888 yesterday. Phenomenal bit of kit. This really does move well. Oh, it was a strong launch, but just faded after that. They'll be back down for another one. Just coasting at the stripe. That is not representative of what we know the car can run. So they'll be back for another one. There's still another qualifier this evening for them. So Nostalgia Eliminator continues. That's Neil down there doing the burnout. He rolls out the burnout box. Neil took part in Street Weekend. Well, I think he's done all of them actually. This pickup truck, a regular, but York and obviously here as well. And yeah, basically hit the perfect ET yesterday. Well, he dialed 1191 and he went 1191 with a 0. Adjusts it by 100th of a second for today. Oh, good light as well, Neil. Yep, 1174, that's a breakout. Misjudged it a bit, I think. Went too quick. Adrian Portelli with the Polara. It's called Altered States. He was number 2 qualifier, dials 1020 for this one. Went 1021 yesterday. And also, big thanks to Team Thompson and Adrian. And of course Zoe for the hospitality last night. Wasn't expecting that, but thank you very much indeed. Basically 200ths too quick there, but car's working well, that's the main thing. Alright, next up then, Matthew Dowdy, the Red Ned Nova. He dials 1122. Couldn't come yesterday, I think due to work commitments. He's certainly here today. We normally find Matthew in the wonderful world of Pro ET in national championship events, a former national champion in junior dragster. And this is where Matthew has ended up, this lovely little Nova. Goes 11.35 on 11.22, darling. He slots in at number 3. Nicely done, Matthew. Next up, rolling out the burnout box. He gets his shot then. Chris Skinner. Went 10.08 yesterday. Well, I'd love to see Chris put in a 9 here. Well, that's as straight as you like. 10.11 at 133 miles an hour. Very close to the 10.08 he ran yesterday. All right, looking into the lanes, Wild Bunch are gathered en masse down there. I've also got, don't forget, I've got a Nitro funny car in the lanes as well. And a session for Run What You Brung to come as well. So plenty of action to come. It is the Wild Bunch up next. Certainly a good mix of vehicles in the Wild Bunch taking part this weekend. Head of the lanes, I think, is Wrathchild. I can also see Loz Butcher in the lanes. Congratulations to Loz, actually. He's been a phenomenal weekend so far. Some great runs yesterday, giving him a new PB, a second quicker than what he'd ever run before. So that's all to come from the Wild Bunch. So just get my notes out for the Wild Bunch. Many thanks indeed once again to Claire for the brilliant notes that she brings up to us at every single meeting. And of course the list of PBs, always very interesting indeed. So just a little bit of track prep going on out there. So the format for the rest of the day, just to give everybody a bit of a heads up. After the Wild Bunch run, the Nitro funny car will be down underneath the tower, ready to put its run in. And then we go into Run What You Brung for a little while. And then we gather all of our teams together again for another round of qualifying. So that's basically where we are. Aim to finish around about 8 o'clock this evening. So just a little bit of extra glue going down as well. Well, we're turned from a rather messy start today with weather reports all over the country of Noah and his bunch of carpenters being informed to build us an ark, into a very pleasant afternoon into the late evening. It actually got very, very warm very quickly. Sun came out and helped our track crew get everything dry, ready for us to enable us to keep going. And finally we managed to get some cars down the track at around about 5:30. So I've given us a good 2.5 hours of track time today, which if you'd have seen the state of everything first thing this morning, you wouldn't think that was possible, especially if you looked at the rain that was still coming down 1-2 o'clock this afternoon. You thought this ain't going to happen, but the never say die attitude of the our track crew here at the pod, they got it done. Yeah, there's still a few puddles in places, but that's to be expected. Main thing is the head of the pairing lanes, and of course the racetrack in excellent shape. So enabling the teams to put on a good show, get some good numbers on the boards as well. Those of you tuned into the live stream, you can see the pairing lanes there. You got 3 slingshots at the front there. That's Terry Clifford's car nearest the camera. Next to that, it is the Rathchild slingshot, and then the other side of that one, the far side, that's the Mean Street car of Loz Butcher. Then you've got the Interloper, the West End funny car, and then just tucked in behind Loz Butcher, you can see the little Faust Dragster. But in fact, it's the funny car that's moving, so it will be a Nitro funny car up next. It's not the Wild Bunch, it is Nitro time. So those of you here late yesterday, even though Run What You Brung finished at 5 o'clock, the decision was made, just in case we didn't get any track action today, was to do a round of qualifying. This we did. And then to wrap up our day right at the very end, Kevin Kent's funny car came round and did a burnout and launch, but not Kevin driving. Behind the wheel, Suzanne Kalin, normally a pilot in Top Fuel Dragster. But this weekend, the temptation and the urge, put it however you want, but Suzanne's time to have a go in a Nitro funny car. Any, I can't think of the right word, any worries, any concerns that she had were well and truly put to bed yesterday. Suzanne is used to a Top Fuel Dragster with the engine is behind her. But in a funny car, obviously it's right in front of you. You sit higher up in the car. You've got the carbon fibre body around you. And the one thing that I had a chat with Suzanne yesterday evening when obviously when the event had finished for yesterday. And she said the one thing that really sort of got in her head was the centre of gravity. Obviously you're sat higher up in the car. And, you know, when she explained it to me, it made perfect sense. Yes, you do sit higher in these cars. In a Top Fuel Dragster, you are literally sat just off the deck. Obviously, when the car runs, the tyres grow and the chassis lifts. But in a funny car, you are sat much higher up in the car. And until she said that, I'd never even thought about that. But fair to say that she enjoyed it. It was a very, very strong burnout as well. Launch went a little bit left, and apparently when Suzanne crossed the centre line and took out the 330 blocks, apparently that's the first time she's ever hit the blocks in her career. Well, everybody has to have a first, and well done for taking your first ever block out. I can't believe after all those years. So the funny car is in position. The starter is attached. Just going through the final rerun checks and procedures that they all do. And we'll get the bottle ready, squeeze it into the injector, pull the mag leads, turn the engine over, and it will fire. There we go. Switched over to Nitro. So the body comes down then. Lovely strong burnout once again from Suzanne. A little bit of a drift going on there, but she had that under control. She knows what she's doing. It's the same process as with a Top Fuel car. You do your burnout, engage reverse, bring it back, follow the guidance of your crewman in front of you. And when you get far enough back, the signal stop. Engage forward drive, and when the car moves forward, then the team will approach the car. There we go. The team will approach the car, lift the body up, get everything set for the run. Also, the wheelie bar is checked for height as well. Oh, the smell of nitro filling the tower completely here. A lot of fuel pumping out of both banks. But here we go then. Suzanne Cullen, her second go in the West End Motorsport Fuel Funny Car here at the Mopars. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the drive. Let's see what she's got for us today. Wow. Absolute wow. I'm absolutely speechless with that. It was a 0.97 to 60 foot, 252 to 330, 8th mile, and she was off the gas by then, 379 at 170 miles an hour. Drive it like you borrowed it. That's the way to do it. Oh, that was absolutely beautiful to watch. We thoroughly enjoyed that. And Suzanne, oh my goodness me, she's going to go for a full pass next. You just know it's going to happen. You just know it. Keith, well done. That was fantastic. I think you're smiling. Yeah. That girl can drive. We know it. And not only that, she's turned off at the top end. The track is clear. Wow. Very, very impressive indeed. But 0.97 to 60 foot, it's not as quick as those cars normally go, but bearing in mind that's not a fully prepped track either, but it was good. But nevertheless, 0.97. Give a huge round of applause to the West End Motorsports team. Just going up to collect the car. And of course, one very happy lady behind the wheel, and I'm getting messages through left, right and centre on here going, is that Suzanne driving? Yes, it is. So, well done, Suzanne. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And in actual fact, just realising what the two runs for Suzanne so far, she's done the burnout and launch, she's done the half track, she's on her way to a funny car license. I think it's a crossover, actually, if Suzanne decides to do that, because obviously she's fully licensed in Top Fuel and has been for quite a few years now. But yeah, going through the full process, if you like. But yeah, drove the wheels off it. And well done to the West End team as well. That car working beautifully. Right, well, next up, it will be the Wild Bunch. They're in the lanes, ready to go. And I think they've just been given the signal fired because the support vehicles are moving out the way as the Wild Bunch move on forward. Well, I think everybody that's been on site all day long for the Mopars, moping around in the wet and realised that our track crew are working hard, are being richly rewarded this evening. And don't forget, we've still got plenty of time as well, probably a couple of hours. It'll be a very, very good day indeed. Oh dear, Edward Horn, you do make me laugh sometimes. The reason being is that they were all guessing who could be driving the car before I said it was Suzanne. Edward's, well, Lauren thought Jordan Payne, a bit difficult. Jordan Payne's in America. He's working out there at the moment, but I know what you mean. Edward thought Dougie Hill. Dougie Hill would be a natural in a funny car. My goodness me, would he? He can drive anything. despite his younger years. Ed, I totally agree with you, mate. I think that would be a good one to have. I'm not going to mention the other name that somebody mentioned. Should be listening to commentary, but there we go. Right, so, yep, Wild Bunch next. They're just waiting for the signal to come round the corner. Support vehicles have moved out of the way, so they are ahead of the lanes. And the two cars to come round, it will be Wrathchild, the little slingshot for Rob and Pete Brown. It's Rob behind the wheel of Wrathchild. And going alongside, it's the Saltown Shaker of Mark Horton and Terry Robbins. Now the only thing is, I don't know who's driving today. Also down there, Loz Butcher with the mean streak. PB coming into this weekend was 9:55, but he lowered that to 8:68 yesterday and Run What You Brung. Went 151 miles an hour to go faster than he's ever been as well. Right, I'm not actually quite sure what the hold-up is, but they'll be round in a second. Thing is, though, I'm tempted just to come off commentary and turn the music up, but the second I do that, the cars will come around the corner. So if that's what I'll do that, and then that will get them to come round. Back in a moment. Okay, so cars coming round, and it is the Wild Bunch. The two slingshots then. Rob Brown in Wrathchild coming underneath the tower in the Slick Tricks lane. Giving it large on the burnout. And of course, The Saltown Shaker. Mark Horton and Terry Robbins share the driving duties on this one. And I don't know who's behind the wheel today. So your first pair in the wild bunch then. I'd imagine both, if they run well, will be in the 10s, could possibly squeeze a 9 from the Saltown Shaker. Yeah, 9.72 and 10.28. Right, so it'll be Pete Brown in Rebel. He's in the Kestrel lane. And, of course, the Mean Streak Slingshot of Loz Butcher. Now, if he can continue the form he showed in Run With Your Brung yesterday, hold on tight, because you'll be seeing something in the mid-8s. And these two could actually be side by side all the way up the racetrack. Two proven 8-second cars. $8.39 and $8.81. So look at speed, 155. I tell you what, 8.3s for Rebel, PBs and 8.34. So it's only 500ths off. Very nice run indeed for Rebel. And a new PB on speed there for Loz. Went 0.03 of an mph quicker than what he went yesterday, but it still counts. All right, Ian Wild with Wild's Cat going alongside Phil James with the Rampage. Somewhere in the 9.4s would be real nice for Phil. Somewhere in 11.3s, 11.4s for Ian would be a good number. $12.24 for Ian. As next up is the Little Faust Dragster of James Auld. And going alongside Dan Wilson with the Antique Toy. So Dan Wilson has a best of 10.08 in the antique toy. James Lord has been in the 12.2s, but somewhere in the 12.6s would be good. Good looking run for Dan, actually. 10.23. James goes 12.75. Let's see who's going to be next to come around the corner. It is Bob Hawkins with the Time Traveller. My goodness me, he's one of the busiest owner stroke crew chiefs I know. He's had awful engine damage throughout the season. Predominantly piston damage, I think. But fingers crossed, a clean weekend for Bob. Well, last time we saw Bob was at, I think, yeah, Dragstalgia a few weeks ago. But unfortunately, did have a wounded car. He's obviously got it back to base. And in Middlesex. And he's got it fixed, and he's back with us again this weekend. Rob White with Happy Days. Don't see that car very often at all, but it's really good to have it here. As I say, it's been a while since we've seen Rob. Lovely straight run there for Bob Hawkins. Clicks it early though, 7.51, 131. I reckon that was more planned than anything else. That was a good strong checkout pass. 113 to 60 for 4.51 at 163 at the 8. Rob White goes 12.90 at 101. As I say, it's the first time I've seen Rob for a little while. And welcome back. Welcome back. All right, next up, Dave Schumark with the Crewman. Unfortunate casualty from Run What You Brung yesterday was James Griffin with that lovely little Topolino altered. Unfortunately had rocker issues, so unfortunately not being able to take part for the rest of the weekend. All right, see how Dave gets on. Team very nicely decked out this weekend. Nice crew shirts. I've just been advised to shut the car off. I think, yeah, pure reason being we got cars stuck at the top end. We would hope that they would have cleared. I think it's Bob that's in the shutdown area. But yeah, Dave will get a chance to bring fire up as soon as the track is clear. Don't forget, after the Wild Bunch, it is a session of Run What You Brung. And then that will be followed by another qualifying session for our race classes to wrap up our day here at the Mopar. So, Dave Schumacher rolls forward. Now gets the go to get his running. That's a nice little 10.16 at 134. Well done, Dave. Only 2 mile an hour shy of his PB there. Well done. Right, we move on into Run What You Brung. Big gaggle of cars down there. I've also got 100Es down there as well, of course. So a bit of a mix of vehicles that have been hanging around like everybody basically all day long. So Paul Nifton with the Mustang. One of the Outlaw Street races goes 13.75. I missed it, was in the other lane, unfortunately. A couple more from Outlaw Street. So Louis Hines with the Chevy pickup going alongside Doug Harwood with the Barracuda. Doug, a regular in the low 10s, has been in the 9s, and oh boy, would love to get another one of those today. There is no wind out there at all. The turbines have given up. The flags, well, they're very feeble in their efforts to try and flutter in what little breeze there is. Good side-by-side run. 980 plays 1034. So we've got the Camaro that's appeared in the Slick Tricks lane. Unfortunately, I don't have a name in well, I don't have names for anybody in Run What You Brung unless I know the cars that I've seen them before. Because Run What You Brung is literally that, Run What You've Brung. Turn up in anything. But obviously there are certain cut-offs when you come to an event like the Mopars. So we're going to send the Camaro on its way. No idea what the car is going to run, but I would have thought something in the 13s. But then I don't know the spec on it either, so I am purely guessing. Oh, I was lucky. 1339 at 98 miles an hour. We're looking in the pair of lanes, can see a lot of the Outlaw Outcast members down there. Can see the 100Es are down as well. Yeah, good mix of vehicles. But yeah, Outlaw Outcast, that is a good collective down there. Nice to see them here. And they picked up a new sponsor this weekend, Ali Sport. Big thanks to them. And did check out their socials. Specialist in aluminium fabrication, radiators, coolers, that sort of thing. So big thanks to Ali Sport. I love the fact that it's got a cubic inch badge on the back with a cross through it. So let's see what the GT can do then. 174 to 60 foot, 8th mile, 7:41. But unfortunately coasting at the stripe, goes 13:06. So just to give you a rundown, it'd be not that far away actually from the next round of qualifying, or the final round of qualifying actually. For Nostalgia Superstock, Gas Circus, Street Eliminator Tryouts, Nostalgia Eliminator, Supercharged Outlaws, and of course the Wild Bunch. They all get to do it again. Yeah, we're having a look in the pairing lanes, those of you on the live stream. Good mix of vehicles. You can see the 100Es down there, all lined up, ready to go. Car nearest the camera, that's the Frankenstein Chevy of Simon Devos. He's running in Outlaw Outcast these days. And like everybody, just had to sit it out today. Whilst this rain finally gave us a chance. And did one and got out of the way. So I think it's going to be the 100Es up next. Indeed it is. It's the Out on Bail car. Now it's not Logan driving it, so it's either Paul or Lucy. Going alongside Stuart Flitton. Yeah, it's Paul driving. And as I say, this is a round of the 100E challenge. Here we go then. Actually, got target numbers for them. Be somewhere in the 10.3s actually for Stuart, and well, 998 written on the back window. On Paul Law. .36, 10.24, well, pretty much bang on what I thought Stuart would run. Right, your next pair. Phoebe Davison behind the wheel of the Dayglow Yellow 100E. Car normally driven by Julian. He's by the side looking in. And of course you've got Mark Wade down there. Oh, sorry, not Mark Wade. So 11.67 and 11.11. Nicely done. Yeah, that was Steve Watson, not Mark Wade. Got my 100Es a little bit muddled up there. So, well done, Steve. So, Cody Wallington for Outlaw Street. What's Cody got for us today? 1466 at 95. Nod of approval from the Wallingtons. Well done. So, Simon Devos with the Frankenstein Chevy. Runs regularly in the 10s. And unfortunately going the wrong direction is the Crossfire Chevy. So where's Jamie Faulkner going? He could be swapping lanes actually. Big tyre smoking burnout there for Simon Devos with that great Frankenstein Chevy. One of the racers that go under the umbrella of Outlaw Outcasts, a group of brungs that get together that, fair to say, haven't got a fixed home to go to, i.e. when they come to race, they like to race with others but haven't got a class. So Outlaw Outcast was formed, and it is a great bunch of a great collective of racers. It really is. Gives them a chance to have some additional fun instead of just doing run with your brung. A little bit of a hop, skip and a jump. So with the pedal there, it's going to be somewhere in the 11s, I would have thought. Yep, 1142, 126. As Jamie Faulkner now gets the opportunity to bring his Camaro underneath the tower, rolling to the Kestrel lane. Well, he targets 9.9 on the back window. Lovely to see if we can run into the 9s again. Let's see where he was yesterday. Went 10.27. It was 10.31 today, 128. So we think that's James Limbrick down there with the T-Bucket going alongside... Tony the Nuggets made it down. Alex Pryor. Alex has been swept up by Outlaw Outcast. Alex runs in Sportsman ET. Also did events like Street Weekend as well. Nice to see Alex coming along to different events as well. Goes 1484. Goodness me, that's getting quicker and quicker, that little Metro. Nicely done. So, Carly Baker. Mr. Dinwiddie, you're a very brave man. You've released your car all weekend long. Going alongside Kev Baker. The Naughty 40 and the Moggy, of course. I see Kev didn't give the full 3 seconds this time. .1148 and 1370. She's getting quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker. Goodness me. There's no stopping her. She's over 100 miles an hour as well. Brilliant stuff. Right, another one of the Outlaw Outcasts. This is, of course, Phil Moles with the Triggers Broom Willis. Somewhere in the low 10s have been very nice indeed. Mid 10s will do. Oh, mid 10s will do indeed. 1050. Can't get any more mid than a 1050. Right, next up then, Graham Baker with this lovely Dodge. Very, very tidy indeed. And I've seen this Nova before. I just can't remember who car it is. Right, so Jason Dodd's down there. So we obviously, it could be part of Surrey Muscle. Oh, but that didn't quite work. Lost fire. Well, let's see how Grant gets on. 1560 at 89, well, call it 90 mile an hour, 89.98. So unfortunately the Nova being pushed back there. Okay, the Camaro underneath the tower. Right, Owen, what we got today, mate? Let's have a look. As the Camaro comes into stage. That's 1173 at 112. Owen, that's all right, mate. It's all right. It's getting there, mate. It's getting there. Yeah, the 10's coming, mate. The 10 is coming. Right, next up then, Gaz Atkinson with the Camaro, sorry, with the Pontiac. Oh, my second gen Camaro then. I didn't look quickly. So another one from the Outlaw Outcasts. Many thanks indeed for the Outlaw Outcasts. Keep me updated of who's joined and giving me their names. It's very handy indeed. And also, once again, many thanks to Ali Sport for joining in as a sponsor. Hugely appreciated. That's a 1643 at 84 miles an hour. So Nick Waite with that beautiful 39 Ford. It really is so clean, so beautifully prepared. Going alongside the one and only Beavis Allen with the Impala. It's a low 10-second car. Chassis twisting launch, sets off. That's a 1029, 131. Nick goes 1161 at 122. Right, next up, Dave Shelley with Mr. Mouse. Tens order of the day then for Dave. Lovely launch, lifted the fronts. $10.29, he'll take that, 128, and a 10.45, 132. Just a shame I don't know who's driving it. proper bit of muscle in the slick tricks lane, and I do believe that's Lee Jasper with the Camaro down there. He's been in the nines with this car. Put in a couple of runs yesterday, hung around for today as well. $10.20, 133 there for Lee, and a 14.03 at 97. Well, Nostalgia Superstock are in the lanes, and this was a pairing I certainly didn't expect to see. So much so that, well, one of them's not coming forward. Okay, so let's have a look, see what this Chevy's got for us then. Right, so a car that I actually haven't seen before. So 72 Chevelle. That goes through with a 15.09 at 90 miles an hour. Right, I think this is our last car to run in Run We Brung, and then we go on to our next qualifier for Nostalgia Superstock, our last qualifier for Nostalgia Superstock, which leads us into the last qualifying session for all of our car classes today. Yeah, so just, I believe this last car to run in Run We Brung, then it is Nostalgia Superstock. .186 to 60 foot at the 8th mile, 787 at 89, and that's a 12.28 and 110. Okay, so that is, I believe, a wrap for What You Brung. So well done for everybody for hanging around to get that session in, as we get ready for final qualifying then for Nostalgia Superstock. Now don't forget, only 45 cars have put numbers on the board, so you've got to be in the top 32 to make sure that you are here tomorrow to take part in eliminations. Unless they can conjure up 5 more cars and make it a 64 car ladder, I am pretty sure you'll be running on a 32. So when the first pair go through, I'll keep you updated as to who's qualified and who isn't. Of course, that has huge championship implications as well. So we'll certainly be keeping an eye on that one. Right, so on the bump spot at the moment is Paul Singer, Stuart Arthur on 31st. There's only 0.12 off Darling. That's how tight it is. Phew. So you're literally going to have to make sure that you are within a tenth of your Darling. So not qualified at the moment. Gary Semper, Mick Ellsworth, Gary Cork, Jim Smith, Alan Matthews, Rob Cawthorne, Ty Stravitt, Bob Gallagher, and anybody else that's slower than 40th. My goodness me. This is going to be a proper old bun fight. James Ellis, Andrew Stiles Ward, Zane Llewellyn, Harvey Turner, and Roger Bannister. Not in the show at the moment. We had 46 cars that have put numbers on the board. Need another 4 to make it a 64-car ladder. Let's see. Let's just see. Your first pair. Right, Glyn Dunford dials 1048 with the death trap down there. He's number 14. He's safe. Craig Elliott. He's definitely safe. Number 3 qualifier. After 2 qualifying runs, he dials 1108. .1048 with a 7, goodness me. A breakout for Craig by less than 100th, but Glyn Dunford goes in front of Craig there. Glyn goes to number 3, dropping Craig to number 4. What a first pairing that was. Right, next up, number 1 qualifier as things stand at the moment, that's Rick Denny. He dials 1127 for this one. Andy Bossenworth dials 1050. He's pretty safe at number 17. So let's see. I think 21 onwards, I wouldn't say we're safe yet. Looking at the numbers. 1056. Andy stays 17. A breakout there for Rick. Goes just under 200ths too quick. Don Scott with the Superbird. Neil Francis with the Rust Bucket. Again, they're both safe. Don Scott, currently number 7, dials 981. I think that's a really good shout, to be honest. Neil Francis, 1080, likewise. Well, he's already run a 1080. Has all the capability to do it again. Let's see. Don goes 984, 1076 breakout for Neil Francis, a bit too quick, so they both stay put. Right, Billy Mills, he's okay, he's number 12, he dials 989. John Wilson is in nervous territory, he's number 28. He dials 1148, anything between 48 and 56 will do. But would like to be closer if he can. That's what we've got to look out for. Big wheels up launch there for Billy. So Billy, we know he's safe. 989 goes 996. So, oh, and that's much better for John Wilson. Goodness me, he moves up very, very nicely indeed to number 6 with that 1150. Right, Gary Cork, he's not in the show at the moment. He's number 35. In effect, a third alternate. He needs to get in. He needs to go between 1178 and 1185. Jack Bishop, he's okay. He's dialing in 990. Would like to move up a bit higher if he can. Jack 988 breakout. Gary, oh, Gary Cork breaks out by less than 100th of a second. That's painful. That is really, really painful. 1177 with an 8 on 1178 dial-in, but just just a fraction too quick. Ooh, right, Roger Bannister, 11:30 dialing with the Camaro. He's number 45. He won't be playing tomorrow unless he can get somewhere between 11:30 and I would say 11:37. And he's not going to get a number on the board, unfortunately. No clocks in his lane. Chris Goodale, he's all right, looking for a 990, gets a 10 flat. And no numbers, unfortunately, there for Roger. Right, Stuart Arthur, number 31. Oh, that's just one off the bump spot. Something between 12:35 and 12:40 would be ideal. Zane Llewellyn, got to get real close to that 14:40 to get in. So, Stuart Arthur then. Can he do it? Oh, he breaks out. It goes too quick. 12:33 with a 7. 15:36 for Zane. He stays put. But so does Stuart. Right, this is a real key one. Jim Smith looking for a 10:34. He's not qualified at the moment. He's number 36. James Ellis, 11:05. He's currently 41. Big shout out to Rod in the States. That's Jim's good buddy. Hope you're keeping well. Hope you're tuned in and watching the live feed here. Jim will get there first, but he needs something between 10:34 and 10:40. Gets a 10:34 with a 6 to go, number 2. Oh, what a run that was. 11:38 on the other side, but Jim Smith from being not in the show to number 2. Dahl's 10:34 runs 10:34 with a 6, and that is a huge help. That's your points leader. Goodness me. Right, next up, Pete Christmas and Andrew Stiles Ward. Pete currently number 27. Oh, he's okay at the moment. Going alongside Andrew Stiles, not in the show at the moment. Needs a 14:40 onto 14:46. Right, 10:47 for Pete. How well has he judged this one? He's done it very well, actually. 10:48 with a 0. 14:94 for Andrew Stace, 42. But Pete Christmas moves up from 27 to number 5. Andy Robinson dials 9:94 with the Coronet. He's currently number 7. He's definitely playing tomorrow. Paul Smale with a Thirsty Work Chevelle. He's currently number 36. Sorry, 26. He's, well, I just kicked him out of the show then. He's currently 26. He dials 10:15. So let's have a look, see who's not in at the moment. Paul Singer hasn't run yet. Gary Semper hasn't run. Mick Ellsworth, I don't think has run yet. Gary Cork has. Alan Matthews hasn't. Rob hasn't. Ty hasn't. Bob oh my goodness me. All the cars that aren't in the show yet haven't run a bar 1. Oh, there's going to be a lot of shuffling of the pack coming up. Which basically means if all of that lot improve, people like Paul could be nervous. Yeah, no movement for either. Andy Robinson stays 7. And Paul Smale stays number 26. Right, Gary Semper. He's number 34. He's not in at the moment. He would be second alternate as things stand at the moment. He's looking for 11:74. Stuart Floyd. He's okay. He's number 23. He's on a 12:85 dial-in. Green on both sides, it doesn't matter, this is qualifying. So Gary's going to get there first with an 11:67. Wow, way too quick. That's a fair old breakout, to be fair. 13 flat for Stuart Floyd. So Gary Semper remains at 34th. and would be second alternate as things stand. So he'll be relying on unfortunate misfortune for others. Right, next up then, it's Dan Sanderson taking on Dave Bilodeau. Just checking out the Kestrel lane at the top end. It's clear, so we're good to go. So Dave Bilodeau with the Yorkshire Heavy. That's the challenger, dialing in 990. Dan Sanderson with the Mustang, a 1394 dial for him. They're both okay. They are both safely qualified in 16 and 22 at the moment, but as per usual, like all of them, would like to move up if they can. Nice strong one there for Dave. Goes 994. Dan goes 1395. Right, Dan moves up to number 8. And because of the improvement from Dan, Dave Bilodeau drops 1 spot to 17. Right, this is where it gets fun. Paul Singer, he's currently number 33. He is first alternate. Would like to move safely into the show. Harvey Turner, okay, he didn't get a run in yesterday, but he's only 44th. If he can't get within 12:38 to 12:45, he ain't going to be playing tomorrow. So come on, Harvey. Right, here come the numbers. 12:32. It's a double breakout. No help for either of them. Harvey Turner, unfortunately, will not be racing tomorrow. Can't imagine 12 cars with breakages. Paul Singer remains second alternate as things stand. Right, next up, these two definitely be playing tomorrow. David Bailey, especially, his number 3 qualifier. He dials 12:10. Jake Cawthorne, what's 10:88? He's currently number 18. Rick Denny, still number 1. Jim Smith, number 2. So Jake gets there first with a 1093, stays 18, and David Bailey goes 1225 on a 1210. He stays number 3 on his earlier run. Right, well, we know Jake Cawthorne's in, but Rob isn't. He's number 38. He needs somewhere between 1223 and 1230. Kiwi, he's okay, 977, but would certainly like to run that 977 to move on up. Both away well. So Kiwi with a 983. I think he's going to stay number 15. And Rob Cawthorne gets in a 1224 on a 1223. Very well judged indeed. So who's he bumped out? Yeah, Stuart Arthur's just been bumped out. Chris Shell is on the bump now. This is where we'll start shuffling around. Right, these two, Dave Simcock, Glyn Boardman, both of them for the watch shop. Still got plenty of cars in the lanes, but I can see Gasser Circus there as well, so we are getting towards the end of Nostalgia Superstock. So, well, Dave moves up 2 spots, 26 and 24. No help on the other side for Dave. He stays 28. Right. Important one for Alan Matthews. He's number 38. He dials 11.28 with the Mustang. Dave Tildesley, he's fine. He's in. He's on 11.74. Went 11.75 in previous qualifying to go number 13 at the moment. It's the Mustang that all eyes are on. So somewhere between 11.28 and 11.35 will do nicely. Anything else ain't going to help him. And it's too quick. It's 11.23. So Alan, unfortunately, going to be a spectator tomorrow. Dave Tildesley breaks out, but he's already in. Right, Duncan Watts with the Watch Shop Heavy going alongside Ty Strevitt. Duncan is number 31. He's close to the bump. Ty Strevitt, he's not in. So 11.20 the dial in for Ty, 10.03 for Duncan. It's a tough world, Nostalgia Superstock, especially when you've got so many entries and not enough spots in eliminations to cater for everyone. Duncan 10.05, good run. 11.42 for Ty, doesn't help him. Duncan moves up to number 12, but Ty stays at number 39. Well, there's still a few more to come in Nostalgia Superstock. This is Lee Childs and Nick Martin. Lee will definitely be here tomorrow with the 991 dialing. He's number 15. Nick Martin, though, he's number 31. Nervous territory for Nick Martin. Well, it's getting to the point now you need to be 0.9 away to get in. Because a few cars have gone through and have broken out, so it just lowered the bar a little bit. Lee goes 991 to number 1 spot. Lee Childs, 100% perfect. 991.00. That will not be beaten. Congratulations to Lee Childs, cementing the number 1 spot there. And Nick Martin with 11.31, he moves up, but absolutely perfect run there for Lee Childs. Not only that, he had an 0.16 light as well. If you can do that eliminations, well, nobody else bothered turning up. Yeah, that was a great run indeed. Right, Bob Gallagher, he's not qualified at the moment, 13.95. So we know he needs to go somewhere between 13.95 and 14.04. Phil Hobson's okay. He's number 28, as we've only got 2 more cars to follow in Nostalgia Superstock. So Bob needs to get that 13.95 to 14.04 running now. So Phil Hobson goes 12.35, nice run for him. Bob breaks out by 0.02 of a second. Oh, it's vicious out there. So Bob stays number 40. Right, we're getting towards the end. I think it's just 3 cars left to run. Actually, there was another one that was hiding around the corner. Richard Granger, Paul Fleckney. Actually, although Paul is number 31, he's safe. There's only 1 more car to come. The dial-ins then, 10.90 and 10.45. $10.50, 11.08. Paul Fleckney moves up to number 23 with that one, nicely done. Okay, so it's the last car to run. It's Mick Ellsworth looking for a 14.53. He's not qualified. If he runs between 14.53 and 14.63, there or thereabouts, he will qualify and he will bump out Chris Chell. So all eyes then to see if he can do it. And he can't unlock. He goes a little bit too quick there, 14.44. So that's it. Nostalgia Superstock qualifying is done. And we'll then get a ladder set. And obviously the alternates need to sort themselves out for tomorrow as well. We move on to Gas Circus. Hi to Tom Margerson that's tuned in. Saying that it's a great live stream as always. It is, isn't it? Watching from home. He's looking to get back on track at Hot Rod Drags with the Gasser. Obviously competing in Gas Circus, but before then it's the Euros in Supercast. Cheers, Tom. Thanks for keeping in touch. As we look at Nervous Nick and Steve Matthews. Right then, Gas Circus at 967, darling. Steve, 11.58 for Nervous Nick. Or breakout by less than 100th for Steve. A breakout by, what, nearly 600ths for Nick, so no help for them. They stay put. The blunderbuss of Steph Milsom going alongside Ray Turner with Green Onions. Steph currently number 12. Ray number 6. Well, in theory, Ray should get that first with that 1088 dial. And Steph looking for 1195. $11.91 breakout for Steph, but Ray Turner, look at that, another perfect ET. 1088 with a 0 on a 1088 dial. Ray Turner, top of the shop. Right, Gary Nash, Sean Milsom. 1013 dialing for Sean with the Morris. And Gary Nash looking for 1115, but they're all hunting the new number 1 qualifier, Ray Turner. So Sean goes 10.15, moves up from 10 to 6. Gary 11.18 on that 15, no help for him. So next up then it is Bad Blood 2.0, dialing in 12.99. Going alongside, it's the Identity Crisis. The Dodge Dart. Right, dial-ins 12.99 and 12.27. So Brian's going to get there first thing like 12.27, gets to 12.24. That's a breakout, a little bit too quick. And a 14.46 at 93 for that lovely Barracuda. Nice to see you down on the line there as well. Very good evening to you, mate. Billy Jones with Grumpy Grizz, the Willis. Dial of 10.25 for him. He's currently number 3. And one place behind him, number 4. That's John Gibson, the high roller. The Ford Falcon, number 1. In the points chase for Gasser Circus. Breakout for John. Billy just misses by 300, so they'll both stay put, 3 and 4. Right, next up then, it's the 2 Tri-Chevys. 10.03 dial-in for Jason Pickett with Cherry Bomb. Currently number 5 qualifier. And Keith Bartlett, number 2 qualifier, was number 1 until that perfect ET from Ray Turner. So Keith dials in 10.28 against Jason's 10.03. 10.03 with a 0. That's the second perfect ET. And I think Jason has taken number 1. I've just got to wait for it to come through. I do believe Jason has taken number 1. Wow. Goodness me. How tight can you get? Keith goes 10.32, but Jason Pickett, bang on dial, and nicks that number 1 off Ray Turner. Next up, Emily Taylor, Adam Kozinski. Darlings, 10.96 and 10.83. Right, let's have a look at the stripe. 10.96, that's another perfect. Oh my goodness me. They're all hitting their numbers now. 10.96 with a 4 on a 10.96 dial. Breakout for Adam. But my goodness me, what a session for Gasser Circus. I'm going to need to look at the readout on that one because they all jumbled up at the end and so many fantastic runs. Wow. Right, next up, Street Eliminator Tryouts. You got Mark Skinner and Darren Scannell down there. Now, Mark has already run 10.18. He went into the 9s yesterday. Let's see what he's got for us today. Going alongside Darren Scannell. Darren gets the wheel spin. Mark Skinner trying to run away. Darren trying to close down, but is this going to be a 9? Oh, missed it. 10.04, 134. But Mark Skinner moves up to number 7. Darren goes through with a 10.17. What a brilliant late afternoon stroke early evening session we've had today. It's made up for all of the wet stuff earlier on. Paul Bentley up next and Chris Skinner. Is Paul going to get a 9? Is Chris going to get a 9? Well, Chris has already run a 9. Hasn't done it this weekend yet. Side by side at the strike. 10.04, 10.19. Chris moves up to number 7. Paul stays number 9. Adam Skinner lets some of the smoke out, but he's still going to take some of it with him. So the Rat, he's currently number 10 qualifier. Went 10.35 going alongside Russ Pursley. 8.89 so far with a... Oh, what a launch. Lifted the front wheels, beautifully controlled. Could be back in the 8s again for Russ. It is nicely done. 8.75 moves up to number 3. 10.51 for Adam Skinner. All right, next up, Justin Woolner with the Camaro. Justin and Sally share the driving duties on this one. It's Justin's turn this weekend. Going alongside Nigel Hale, a regular in Street Eliminator with the C30 pickup. Justin currently number 2, 8.40 from yesterday. Nigel with a 10.39. You consider the size and weight of the vehicle, that's not bad at all. $8.37, well, it's quicker than the 8.40, getting in the right direction. Well done to Justin and Sally and getting that car to move a bit quicker. 10.48 there for the postcode on wheels. Next up, Tony Higgs with the Capri. Went 7.76, around 190 mile an hour. And Joe Stevens, 9.55 earlier today, in the previous qualifier actually. See what he can do in this session. They're still working away at the combination here. Building up the boost, here comes the launch. Oh, Tony's tyres are screeching, he's not getting full grip there. goes 8.55, 9.29. Oh, starting to move on now, Ash. Starting to move on. As we move on to Nostalgia Eliminator. We're going to be rattling through them now, aren't we? Adrian Portelli and Neil Lalute. So Adrian is number one qualifier. Went 11.91 with a 0 on 1191 dial. I tell you what, there's been a lot of perfect ETs this weekend. We've had 2 in Gas Circus, 1 in Nostalgia Superstock. We had 1 in Nostalgia Eliminator. They're the ones I can remember. So Adrian looking at 10.15, gets a 10.16. And Neil goes 11.82 on that 73. Matthew Dowdy with the Red Ned Nova. 11.28 dial of him. He's currently number 3. Went 11.35 to set that. Cliff Turner dials 8.75. As we know, went 8.8 yesterday. Would love to get another one of those here. We know the car can do it. We've seen it happen. But just been a little bit of a niggle today. Much better launch. That's more like it. That is a good looking run. That's definitely in the 8s. But what flavour? 8.72. I don't care. It's a breakout. 8.72. What a run that one was. Very nicely done indeed, Cliff Turner. 8.72. Who cares? It's a breakout. It was an 8.72. Lovely job. Well done. Right, Supercharged Outlaws up next. I tell you what, from the little schedule we've got here, we were behind, and now we've suddenly gone ahead. Absolutely brilliant stuff. So a little bit of track prep out there. The Bluebird is just going out there. So just for a moment, I'm going to bring the tunes back up and be back soon. So Dougie Hill, as I said, went 7:03 in qualifying for Supercharged Outlaws. Well, they do their own thing anyway. Going alongside Steve Clark, best so far of an 8:64. Well, let's see what they've got in store for us on this wonderful Saturday evening here at the Mopars. A little bit of tyre shake for Dougie, but he sticks with it. Goes 7:15. Steve Clark goes 8:70. Going great runs from both teams. Always entertaining. So still to come around the corner, you've got Jim Tucker with the Hellfire Hemi. I think they're just about to fire up. That is the engine that's running. And you've got Paul Dow with the acute angle. Jim Tucker doing a big old burnout in the burnout box. Wasn't rolling forward at all. Going alongside Paul Dale for this one. So Jim has already run an 8:41. Sorry, an 8:61. It's Paul Dale that's run the 8:41. Unfortunately, Jim Tucker a little bit too keen, got away too quickly there and has not got a number to run on this one. Paul Dow goes 8:53 at 157. So we've still got Mark Luton in the lanes with the Chariots of Fire slingshot, and then it'll be into the Wild Bunch. So here comes Mark Luton around the corner then. The Chariots of Fire slingshot has given the team such good service. And of course when Roy Wilding was driving the car, got it into the sixes. Well, once again, the team resplendent in the T-shirts, of course, for motor neurone disease, raising awareness, and of course, a charity, and something very, very close to the whole team this weekend, of course. And just wishing them all the best with the, especially for Kevin. I know there's a lot of support there for Kevin's wife there, so all the best. And of course the team all wearing the T-shirts in support of the cause and just raising awareness for motor neurone disease. So Mark Luton into the 8s on his previous pass. Let's see what he's got for us in this session. 895 at 122. He knows what he's got to do. He knows the car inside out. 100% boy, does he. He's worked on the car for so long. Let's see what he's got for us then here for Supercharged Outlaws. Mark Luton with the Chariots of Fire slingshot. It's getting quicker. 887, 129. Nicely done. You just know when he gets his foot all the way down for a whole pass, he's going to fly. He's absolutely going to fly. Oh, dear. But, yeah, well, put it this way, he's faster than a lot of people have ever been. So, well done, Mark, as he gets used to the Chariots of Fire slingshot. The thing is with these cars, they like to be driven hard. And it's, I mean, I know it myself. It was when I started my first ever drive in the Camaro, I was like 14.8 and I was nervous as hell. Now I've been in the 10s with the same car and you sort of think, come on, you wanted to go more. It's all down to practice. It's just getting used to a new environment. Right, here we go then, the Wild Bunch. Our last class of the day. Big thanks to Sean Milsom, actually, just giving me a bit of an update from Gas the Circus. Simon and Sam Glenn have retired with a suspected cracked cylinder head. Ouch. I know they had issues yesterday. We're looking for an MSD tester, but yeah, cracked cylinder head, not so good. Unfortunately, Graham Barton also out with carburetor problems. Ian Turbeville, they've got gearbox issues, but Laura was just running to get familiar with the car. So that's the update from Sean. Thank you very much indeed. And my goodness me, Gas the Circus qualifying, that was insane. I mean, perfect run from Ray Turner and then got pipped, unbelievably, by Jason Pickett. They're good. They're very good. Right, Lost Butcher, Dan Wilson. It's the Mean Street slingshot and the antique toy. Now, Loz already PB'd this weekend with an 868. What's he got for us this time round? It's an 870 at 150 miles an hour, 1025, 123 for Dan Wilson. And I tell you what, Loz and the team, the Mean Street team, they got a lot of reasons to smile this weekend because the car is working superbly. All right, next up, Ian Wild with the Wilds cap. And for company, Dave Schumark with the Crewman. Just trying to read the back of one of their shirts, actually. Yeah, nice logo as well. Oh, very close to the wall there, Dave. Keeps it away, goes to 10.26. And 11.73 there for Ian Wild. I see that Wrathchild is in drift spec today, as that the tail end was sashaying, as I think is the best terminology I could use for that, from side to side. Oh, you got Harley Corsell down there, fresh from his exploits last weekend at the Ford show, with the Royal Fail van. Oh, it's good fun, that. So, Rob Brown in Wrathchild. Pete Brown in Rebel. Good looking run, that is. 8.31. Whoa, stop the press. That is a PB for Rebel. Congratulations, gang. 8.31. Wow. That's as fast as that car has ever been down the quarter mile. So well done, Pete. Well, obviously the conditions in the late evening here are absolutely perfect. As Rebel sets a new PB. Next up then, the Saltown Shaker, and of course, Happy Days. So the Saltown Shaker going to get there first with 11.04 at 124. And 12.41 at 93 there for Rob White. Well, once again, congratulations, Team Rebel, a new PB, 8.31. No doubt they'll be telling everybody in the pits about that later on. Well done. But no, any time you can set a PB is always a good time. Phil James with a Rampage funny car going alongside the man who wears the number one in the Wild Bunch, James Ald, with the Little Faust Dragster. Somewhere in the 9.4s for Phil. And look at what James ran earlier. Something in the 12.7s would be good. So once again, Paul backing James up, not completely on the racing line. I think that's the way they like to do it. Or when I say the racing line, the groove, as we call it. James always stages slightly off it. Straight and true there for Phil. 9.44, nicely done. 12.7. Do you know what? I said 12.75, didn't I? And he goes and does a 12.75. That car is dialed in. And I think the lanes are empty. So I've just got to double check. Might get one more car, but unbelievably, even putting the Wild Bunch back in, still got a bit of track time left. As I say, pairing lanes are empty. So we are just hanging on. So just for a moment, going to bring the tunes back up, and when I get word, I will let you know. Right, okay, final update. We're actually done for the day. We were hoping to get one more car down, but they can't turn it around in time. They've still got plenty of work to do, so they'll be back down tomorrow. So thank you all so much indeed. It wasn't bad in the end, was it? A very, very entertaining evening. Got a bit of run with your brung, 2 rounds of qualifying for all of our race classes as well. I'll tell you what, let's do it again tomorrow. But thank you everybody for being with us today. It's been a long day. We were watching rain for a long time, and the track crew did a brilliant job of getting it all done. And we were rewarded with some great qualifying, some great track action at the end of the day, and some perfect runs. So let's see what happens tomorrow, day 3 of the Mopars. Go and chill out, go and see our caterers, I should say, get your dinner in. Don't forget, Fueler's Bar will be open till late, of course. And we will see you again tomorrow. So we're going to sign off from the tower. Wish you a very, very good evening. And, yeah, we'll see you in the morning. Cheers, folks.